something completely different. In your heart, you know he's right.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
It's time for Hoppe's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Oh, yeah. You frickin' mutants. Just don't get it. And I'm not going to even tell you all my secrets. Like the fact that when I post a meme trolling their own, I don't actually care. I post it, and I know that it's going to cause a lot of influence and a lot of anger. And I go to bed, and I get later to watch the NBA Finals, or do both at once. First message on my post. Posted a I asked ChatGPT. I'll explain it. Said, ChatGPT, what can I do to go viral tonight? And they said, do you want to, and they had all these options. And one of them was this, which is on my social media. It shows a picture of Mike Calta actually looking good because he doesn't look that good in real life. It's a meme. It says, you'll never make it in radio. And it says 457,000 listens and counting. And it shows me. And I posted it. And oh my God, the freaking mutants came out of the woodworks last night. And that's what I was talking about when I began the show with the Funk Dad. Mike Calta. I love Drew Garabo. He's a really good, whatever is between an acquaintance and friend, Drew Garabo is that. And so is John Senning. Mike Olivero is like my dad, whatever. But listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I have hung out with the morning radio hosts and the people that you think is your friend in the car while you're in the drive-through line getting coffee or whatever. So why would you want to believe that a morning radio host or a podcast or a TikToker is your friend? Why wouldn't you want to believe me? Now, I know that I did it to myself, that when I first got into radio, I love these guys like Shane Rover French and Mike Cowhead Calta to whip me. Literally, I got whipped by porn stars on air to be the whipping boy. So you don't want to accept that the former whipping boy has a lot of inside intel. You don't want to admit that the former whipping boy knows a lot of trade secrets. Like the fact, I got a message from this guy in Cleveland after I posted that selfie with Calta. This guy goes, it's from a guy named Just a Kid from Ohio who said, that boy Mike living rent-free in your head. Carry the hell on. Which is a ripoff of when Kendrick Perkins says, carry the hell on Twitter. I said, not kid from the worst state ever, which is Ohio. It's called publicity. And when people like you comment wannabe ripoffs with Kendrick Perkins lines, it keeps the algorithm going. It's a game, and you listen to a show who told me he doesn't like the city he lives in. So enjoy that, kid. Talking about Rover. Whenever I worked on that show, they told me I couldn't mention Cleveland. But you want to bow down to that guy? I think Calta likes Tampa, but to the Cleveland listeners that comment 70 downloads, yes, I know, and at the end of the show, I will post the audio explaining why I don't like Calta and Rover. It's a little extra, a little Easter egg if you listen to this whole show. But I don't get these listeners that comment 70 downloads. I know I said it in that clip where I said it funny, but now I have 500,000 downloads. And let me look at the numbers since I've gone to Podbean. Oh, I had 1,000 downloads on Sunday. So you can keep bringing up jokes from 2015. Like I posted on Saturday night, I wasn't particularly happy with Trump for bombing another country. But people were in attack mode. People were like, when you were on Rover's show, you didn't know how a bank account worked. When you have to go to vicious attacks about radio content, I won. If you seriously want to have a debate with me, you can call me 856-49-HOPPE, H-O-P-P-E. That's 856-494-6773. And we can duke it out. I leave the mean comments online. You can go find them. I'm not going to, talk about it. I'm not going to read it. But I'll give it the time of day and let it sit there. Thinking that politicians or radio hosts are your friends is like going to a strip club and thinking that a stripper likes you. It's the same mindset. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You're all whipped. It drives you nuts. Another comment I got from a radio host, I will leave anonymous. Damn, Ryan Hoppe, you're going hard. Did Mike Calta really say that? Like you have to be some special talent to make it in this dying business? He is the worst kind of shock jock. This will come back to haunt him. He deserves all he gets. Dude, listen to me. To all the mutants out there, if you really can't stand me, if you really think I'm the absolute worst, unfriend me. Bye-bye. See you later, alligator. You just keep my algorithm going. And this will be the last time I talk about Cowhead. But you hold in for 3 years to have somebody who said, hey, that's not his voice. Hey, if you have to go somewhere else for more opportunity, I got your back. And then when I do that, I get thrown under the bus. Could you see how I'm a little mad? I'm not living in the past. I'm in attack mode. Because for 3 years, I hid. I let the big fat ass behind the mic, who's not even mad enough to go into work and smells and goes into his garage to do a show, I let him run the narrative. But guess what? Hoppe's in attack mode. And I have 500,000 listens. And it drives you guys nuts. You're all about $70, $70. That was 10 fucking years ago. Trump wasn't even president yet. And your wife hadn't cheated on you yet. Next message. Ryan, are you even in radio? I'm on in 10 cities on podcast radio. And also, even if I wasn't in radio and I still had this 500,000 downloads, guess what? Would I really want to be in a business that can lay you off tomorrow? Would I want to be in a business like where Johnny B has worked his fucking ass off at 102.5 The Bone and John Brennan canceled his show even? I didn't think Johnny B had the best show, but it was live in local radio, which The Bone tries to claim, and then airs replays for 12 hours because they don't want to give him $30 because you're making $10 to $15 an hour, and gives him the after show. So that poor guy drives from Sarasota to get an hour of work. Is that really the business you want to be in? The business where the big bad CEOs and the terrible program directors that used to clean up bird crap run all the decisions into the ground? I am in radio. It drives you nuts. I have commercials that air on air. I have a company that supports me enough. And it drives you nuts that what Calta and Rover said might have had a little bit of truth, but it's not that true. And you know what? Until the day I die, I'll even be haunting you mutants from the afterlife. I'll be out there doing my thing.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.